Happening now, the search connected to human remains found last week in Chautauqua County is expanding. Plus, what the Democratic candidate for Chautauqua County Executive has to say about the county's communication.
Well, the warmer temperatures are going to be on the way, so it's not going to be feeling like fall, but there's still going to be some more rain. We'll talk about it in detail next as the news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Law enforcement in Chautauqua County are conducting a general search of the rails-to-trail system throughout the county today, part of their investigation after human remains were found there last week. Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office and New York State Police K-9 units are leading this effort. Sheriff Jim Quattrone telling us that this is a precautionary check of the trails in the area. So far, they have nothing new and are simply looking for potential evidence or additional leads there. The two agencies are asking for the public to avoid the trail system throughout the day as their search takes place. Last Sunday, a hiker found human remains in a wooded area along the rails-to-trail area near Woodland Road in the town of Portland. Following an additional investigation and search of that area, investigators located a second set of remains nearby. The Chautauqua County Forensic Investigation Team is working with the Mercyhurst Forensic Anthropology Department in identifying both sets of remains, which are both believed to be female. Supporters of the Democratic candidate for Chautauqua County Executive took part in a unique aquatic fundraiser on Chautauqua Lake over the weekend, with the candidate discussing ways to improve county communication. Norm Green hosted the campaign fundraiser on the Chautauqua Belle Saturday. The 2-hour trip around the lake featured a meet and greet with the candidate and showcased the beautiful scenic view of the waterway during the fall. Green says if elected, he would roll out significant management changes in county government with how communication is handled.
There's going to be a new culture in Chautauqua County. We're going to go to every department and we're going to talk about returning emails, returning phone calls, answering the phones. It's no longer going to be a frustration in Chautauqua County getting in touch with county government and making sure that that the county government answers the questions and the needs of the people of Chautauqua County.
Green is running against incumbent Republican Chautauqua County Executive P.J. Wendell in this November's general election. Climbing COVID-19 numbers and state mandates here in New York have led to thousands of healthcare workers to leave the field completely. Kristen Allen with our news partner WNY News Now shows us how our local hospitals are trying to block that burnout and relieve some stress for those who remain on the front line.
Thousands of healthcare workers have been hard at work for months during this pandemic. While doctors, nurses, and staff have spent countless hours caring for critical COVID-19 patients, local hospitals are growing more concerned for their mental health.
We are very concerned and certainly take great efforts to care for our workforce.
With more than 2,500 positive COVID-19 cases in Erie County just in September alone, dozens of people are still in critical care units in our hospitals, putting even more pressure on healthcare workers.
Generally just very concerned about the compounding effect this spike.
So UPMC Hammett and AHN St. Vincent are doing what they can to relieve just a little bit of stress.
We work very closely with Safe Harbor to provide on-site counselors that are available for them.
At AHN St. Vincent, we have what we call serenity rooms, which are safe places for staff to go. Definitely more stressful now because of the time frame that we've been dealing with this.
For now, it's unclear when healthcare workers will catch a break, and our hospitals say although they're doing what they can, they know it's still not enough.
And I feel like we still cannot do enough, and just thank them for their gratitude and certainly the sacrifices that they've made.
Kristen Allen, WNY News Now.
Kristen, thank you. Reports show hospitals across the country are seeing 20 to 30 resignations per week on average. Well, a longtime Lakewood volunteer firefighter has passed away. The Lakewood Fire Department announced the news in a post on social media. Member Bruce Clark started his career in 1993 as a teacher at Southwestern School District. When Clark was not in the classroom, he was in the car helping students learn the proper ways of the road as a driver's education teacher. In addition to his time as an educator, Clark volunteered helping those in need. He rose through the ranks to company vice president, president, and department EMS captain. Once Clark retired from education, he then ramped up his efforts with the fire department, receiving a EMT basic certification. It is with this training that he responded to most EMT calls up until his long-term illness a few years ago. The Lakewood Fire Department expresses their condolences to the Clark family, and we do as well. We thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. Let us know what you think about this story and more in the comment section and down below. And we are having a difficulty communicating with those of you we normally do live here at noon on Facebook Live. So you might be watching us today over on our website, WNYNewsNow.com, or channel 716. If you don't have this app yet, what are you waiting for, folks? It's so easy. You can watch us anytime, 24/7 on your television. Just search channel 716 and add it to your Roku lineup today. Well, one of the big things that we're watching today is the weather. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter joining us now with a first look at that, and it was a little soggy out there this morning.
Yes, it was. It was a soggy go out there this morning, and we've had a few more rain showers that have developed, but so far it's actually kind of quiet for the early afternoon. Live look over Finley Lake shows you the clouds that have just stayed in place, and this is really going to be the weather through the day. Minus the rain showers that we're going to have, we're still going to see mainly cloudy skies through the afternoon, so I don't expect any sun breaks, but here's the rain that moved through this morning. Notice how it's moving more towards the northeast. This has a northward component of motion to it, so that is taking this thing, so that's taking all this rain to the northeast, but behind it we're still going to see a few more scattered showers developing through the afternoon, but it's not going to be raining everywhere, so just understand that, but you're going to be dodging some raindrops through the afternoon. We managed 69 for the high yesterday. 63 is where we started the day. Temperatures didn't budge too much because of the rain and the cloud cover. 85 and 23 are the record highs and lows for today. So through the afternoon, scattered to occasional rain showers, lots of clouds in between the breaks of the rain, but a mild day. 66 to 73 with a south wind. Now, if you like the warmer air, we're going to have more of it on the way as we look down the road, so the fall's going to take a break for a while, but we'll talk about it in detail with that 7-day forecast later on in the show. Justin?
Yeah, hey, they say there's this second and in this case maybe third summer that comes our way. We'll talk about it in 10 minutes. See you then. Well, dozens of people marched in support of women's rights in what organizers say was the first event of its kind here in Jamestown over the weekend. Our Bronson Rasmussen was there and heard from those who took part.
The group took part in a nationally coordinated event Saturday, standing up to the recently passed Texas abortion law. They also raised awareness to the U.S. Supreme Court case docket, where justices are slated to address the issue during their fall session, as local organizer Danica Olson explained.
The National Women's March movement was actually started in 2017. We organized in January of 2017 to fight against Donald Trump having won the election and his treatment of women.
Both men and women marched in support of the topic, including area activist Justin Hubbard.
I think it's important to empower women. Right now, with certain things that are going on, especially in the state of Texas and other states, women are losing their right to choose what happens to their body.
In addition to area residents, elected officials and those vying for political office took part, which pleased Olson, with her saying, policy change starts local.
We did get a message from Eddie Sundquist wishing us well. He's out of town right now, but supports the fact that we are growing and getting all of this together.
While the event holders hope there's no need for future events, they say they'll always stand up for all oppression. Bronson Rasmussen, WNY News Now.
Bronson, thank you. In total, 160 walks took place nationwide. Well, Governor Kathy Hochul was in central New York Saturday to deliver a speech at the Seneca Falls Women's March and Rally there. That rally in support of reproductive rights as well. New York's first women governor delivered her speech at the Women's Rights National Historical Park. She made note of the importance of the site in her remarks. The first ever Women's Rights Convention, which featured 300 suffrage supporters, was held there in 1848. But she also spoke to the state's support of women, who could be affected by restrictive laws. Hochul referencing the Statue of Liberty's new Colossus poem, "The state will take in those who are oppressed."
Today it's happening in places like Texas and Georgia and Missouri, and we have to stop that. Women have to stand up for their rights, and we have to say it is over. So yes, get your damn hands off our bodies.
The governor made note that 58% of women who are a reproductive age live in states where their rights are under assault. Hochul also showed her support at a similar rally in Albany. Coming up, what we know about the new push to crack down on ghost guns here in New York. And later, Dakota's back with a full look at our weather forecast and how long the fall-like weather is going to stick around. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Welcome to Honest John's Pizzeria, where you are the most important customer.
Everything from freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has it all.
And don't forget the ice cream!
Order online today or check out our 2 great locations with buffets ready for every appetite.
Don't I have the best job in the world?
Located along the Amish Trail, the Randolph Retail Company offers a variety of clothing, jewelry, and gifts for any occasion. Offering uptown merchandise at small-town prices, our locally owned business balances quality and value. With complimentary gift wrap here at the Randolph Retail Company, we pride ourselves in personal service. Check out our Facebook page or stop in today at 127 Main Street, Randolph, just a 20-minute drive from Jamestown.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
New York Senator Chuck Schumer is calling on the Department of Alcohol, Firearms, and Tobacco and the federal government to crack down on so-called ghost guns. He spoke during a press conference in New York City. The Senate Majority Leader noted several key numbers. Among those, that the number of those untraceable weapons have been recovered so far this year is set to outpace numbers from last year. Schumer also spoke about a new rule that would help curb the rising ghost guns, saying the new rule makes it so different that different kinds of firearms and receivers for ghost guns will be considered firearms and will be subject to other gun regulations, like background checks and needing serial numbers too.
Why are these dangerous? 3 reasons. 1, they're totally unregulated. 2, they're available to anyone. Kids could do this. And 3, no background check is required. And yet they are dangerous guns. Once assembled, they're just as dangerous as a gun that you bought whole in a gun shop or anywhere else.
Schumer adds that though New York City has seen an increase in the number of ghost guns, upstate New York and Long Island are also dealing with the issue. One Pennsylvania congressman is concerned broadband internet funding in the infrastructure bill might not cover rural America after all. More than $42 billion would be designated for the Broadband Equity, Access, and Development Program, that according to Pew. The U.S. Commerce Department would oversee that. In all, Democrats have proposed $65 billion for broadband funding under the bill. Pennsylvania Congressman Glenn Thompson is the top Republican on the House Agricultural Committee, which traditionally oversees rural broadband projects. He fears much of that money won't be distributed evenly.
$0 for the United States Department of Agriculture and the Rural Utility Service. And that's where we ended. That's where we bridged the digital divide in rural America.
States would also receive funding for broadband development under that bill. While Democrats are dealing with divisions amongst themselves, President Biden says he's confident the infrastructure bill will advance eventually. But for now, Biden's senior advisor, Cedric Richmond, says there's no timetable for that proposal. John Lawrence with the latest for us.
We're going to get it done.
President Biden staying optimistic as two major spending bills remain in limbo on Capitol Hill.
There is no reason why both these bills couldn't pass independently, except that they're not the votes to do it that way.
The lack of votes from the Democratic Party comes largely from the price tag of the economic package, the Build Better Act. Progressives want $3.5 trillion, while key moderates, like Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, say that's too much.
We don't talk about it in terms of the number. We talk about it in terms of the needs that we need to meet for the people, in terms of the child tax credit, in terms of making sure that we bring health care costs down, in terms of prescription drugs, making sure that we make it more affordable.
Although President Biden's $1.2 trillion infrastructure package got 19 GOP votes in the Senate in August, its fate in the House is now in question, with Democrats at odds over if it should be linked to the larger spending package.
Bernie Sanders, the far left Democrats are driving the bus, and Joe Biden is just along for the ride.
And some Republicans say the White House's plan will hit Americans in the wallet.
People are feeling the bite of inflation right now when they buy groceries, when they buy gas, all of those things. And they think if this stuff passes, this massive spending and tax bill, that inflation is going to get much worse.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
John, thank you. On Saturday, the president signed into law a temporary extension of the Highway Trust Fund. That ensures that close to 4,000 federal workers won't be furloughed after the House wasn't able to pass a bipartisan infrastructure bill that included funding it. Well, if you need an excuse to have a Taco Tuesday on a Monday, here it is, because today is National Taco Day. This beloved and delicious food is honored each year on October 4th. Americans ate more than 4.5 billion tacos last year, by the way. That according to a website dedicated for the holiday. That equals an estimated 490,000 miles of tacos. You can check out your favorite chains for deals today. Taco Bell offering a free crunchy taco if you signed up for their rewards app. You can also join the fun online using the hashtag National Taco Day on social media. And Dakota, if you need something to wash down your tacos with, how about some vodka? Maybe after hours for us, because today is also National Vodka Day.
Oh, who does not love tacos? I mean, come on. I mean, it's just like pizza.
Right.
I mean, if you hate
Two
tacos
favorites.
and pizza, there's something wrong with you.
Right.
I mean, come on.
I love tacos, like, a lot. I mean, tacos, pizza, oh, God, it's so good. Let us know what you guys think about this and more.
Does anybody else,
with us on social
random
media.
question,
Yeah.
does anybody else put ranch dressing on their tacos?
I don't, but I've heard it's good. I've had
Yes.
ranch in my taco salad before. Ranch
Yes.
with the salsa, and that's pretty good.
Well, you see, a lot of people put, like, you know, sour cream and
Right.
stuff on top of
Yeah.
their tacos. Ranch dressing is also very good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try that. I wish
You
I was
should.
having tacos tonight. I think I'm having roast beef sandwiches, which are just as good. In fact, I haven't eaten my lunch yet, so now I'm
I know.
thoroughly hungry. They do this on purpose, I swear. They do this on purpose. They put these stories in here so that you and I can
We
have
suffer.
a hunger. Yeah, we should have a hunger strike or something. Wait, isn't that what you don't eat? I don't know. Let's just go to
Corporate is
weather.
unfair.
Right. We want food at noon. We could
All
have a
right.
cooking segment. That would be really fun. Get somebody in here and we could eat
Yeah,
with
but,
everybody.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't want me cooking because I can't cook at all.
Me neither.
If
I'm
you
not very
consider
good.
microwave cooking. Let's take a look at the rainfall totals over the past 24 hours while we still have our jobs. Silver Creek at 1 inch on the nose, a little more than 1 inch of rain. Fredonia, about 0.72 of an inch. Dunkirk, a little more than half an inch. Gary, a little more than 0.38 of an inch. And by the time we go into Jamestown, we go about 0.03 of an inch, and Faulkner, a little less than a quarter. So again, it was a rainy last night, and especially a rainy day yesterday. and today, and we're still going to see some rain showers coming our way over the next several days. The probability of rain stays up today and tomorrow. We should get a mainly dry day on Wednesday, but then by the time we go into the end of the week, we'll see a few more scattered showers returning. But it's not going to be widespread rain, and it's not going to be all day rain by the end of the week either. So the radar shows you this is that band of rain that moved through this morning, now up towards Rochester, but we are also keeping our eyes on another little segment of rain that is now across Warren County, just a little bit south of Tidiute, that little rain shower down there north of Tidiute, but that should not really that's not going to equate out to much through the day. A lot of this is spinning from this low pressure that is now over Detroit, Rock City. That is where our weather is coming from, with that low pressure area spinning. And again, this is something we talked about last week, how this low is just going to spin over the same area for the next several days. So that is going to continue bringing in the rain showers over the next few days. Clouds around downtown right now, 66 as a noon hour, a light south wind, and the visibility up. And again, we might see some fog developing overnight as well. So watch out for that if you're a early morning riser tomorrow. But if you are a fan of the warmer air, it does look like it's going to stick around. NOAA's 8 to 14 day temperature outlook does favor above average temperatures across much of the Northeast. So if you really want the cooler air, you have to head west, young man, because that is where the cooler air is going to be lying over the next week or two. So the newer Weather Future Scan shows you that widespread rain moving off to the northeast, but there will be a chance for a few more scattered showers popping up through the afternoon, but it's not all day rain and not everywhere. That's the good news, but notice the showers popping up at times. By the time we go into tonight, just a few showers. They'll taper off overnight hours, otherwise cloudy, mostly cloudy. And then tomorrow, basically a repeat, a few scattered showers popping up at times through the day with mostly cloudy intervals. So the temperatures through the afternoon, we're likely going to stay in the upper 60s through the day. This is above average by a few degrees, believe it or not, but there will be a few cloudy breaks, so it's not all day rain. The next 7 days are right on the screen. 70 tomorrow, dry and warm on Wednesday, up to 73. Rain returns Thursday and Friday. First half of the weekend looks a little bit soggy, but we should turn a little bit drier for the second half of the weekend. We'll take a break. Be right back.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind: to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Well, the world had its first look inside of a hurricane at sea. And get this, last week a $10,000 Oreo up for sale. Jeremy Warth takes a closer look in today's Take a Look at This.
take a look at what officials are calling a world first: unmanned drone footage captured from inside the eye of a powerful Category 4 hurricane barreling across the Atlantic. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration partnered with Sail Drone Incorporated to send the high-tech unmanned vessel into the path of Hurricane Sam, where it battled nearly 50-foot waves and 120-mile-per-hour winds to capture this first-person view inside the violent storm. Scientists say the data being gathered can be used to better improve forecast models, and weather experts are calling it an amazing victory for meteorology. If you're wondering how strong the seller's market is right now, take a look at this red-hot real estate prospect. This property in a Boston suburb was severely damaged in a fire in August. Despite that, it's currently listed as is for an asking price of $399,000. The listing isn't cagey about the home's state, calling it a fixer-upper or maybe a tear-downer. Before you get sticker shock, consider this. The Massachusetts Association of Realtors say the median home price in the state is over $500,000. Speaking of sticker shock, would you pay $10,000 for a cookie? That's what at least one eBay seller is asking for a limited edition Pokemon Oreo that features the rare and mythical Mew character, which for fans is like a Pokemon unicorn. Others are asking top dollar for the entire package of the sweet treats. So what do you say? $10K for a sandwich cookie? Yeah, I'ma say O-R-E, no. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Thank you, Jeremy. No, I would not pay that much for a cookie.
But would you pay $400,000 for a house that was burned by a fire?
I don't know. See, I think there's a little misinformation there, a little bit. Not on Jeremy's part, but a lot of people, I saw that trending online. And like he mentioned, to buy a home or a piece of land there in Boston, it's super expensive. So $400,000 for something that you're probably going to have to tear down. I don't know. If I was the owner, I'd probably tear it down and just sell the lot. But
it sounds more like a ripoff to me.
Yeah, that's a lot. But hey, that weather piece, that was really fascinating. I didn't even know that we did anything. I know we have the hurricane hunters, but it sounds like, Dakota, this was a first for having that actual unmanned ship going into the sea.
Yeah, I mean, I have not actually seen this video until now because I was kind of low-key over the past week on kind of social media, so I really didn't get to see a whole lot of it. But, you know, that is actually really cool that we now have the ability to fly unmanned drones into these things. And understand, we have been flying airplanes into hurricanes for years. The NOAA hurricane hunters, reconnaissance aircrafts, fly into hurricanes and drop sonads down into the eye wall of a hurricane to get critical data, such as the wind speeds, pressure, and all that data is relayed to, obviously, the hurricane center so that way they can make their decisions. But to actually see this thing by a drone is really amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And you think about it, I don't think anyone would want to go in the water because it's probably too crazy. But looking at that footage, it was really incredible. So
honestly, if you go into the water of a Category 4 hurricane, you're done.
Yeah, you got to have some cojones. That's for sure.
You're done.
Sure.
I mean, that's the end of it. You're done.
Right. And at least if they lost the ship, you know, whatever. But I hear that it made it back just fine. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, luckily no hurricanes across the area tonight, Mr. Hunter, but it will be wet for many.
Yes, we are going to have a few rain showers to go through this evening, but otherwise just mostly cloudy skies through the overnight. There will be some valley fog setting up by the morning hours, so watch out for that. 56 to 61, so you might want to sleep with your windows open tonight.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, we're going to want to, you know, that's the thing. It's chilly. It's like perfect sleeping weather. But yesterday, I thought this was kind of crazy. It was really humid out there. Like
the rain,
surprisingly.
Yep,
So.
Rain spikes humidity. You see, rain-cooled air is a great thing. Like in the summertime, you'll watch you'll watch the observations go from 85 to 75 in 15 minutes. But that 75 doesn't feel better because the humidity has risen.
Right, temperature goes down,
humidity goes up.
Goes up. Tis the season, I suppose. But either way, I know this shot, we showed it, I think, we haven't shown it yet on the show, but Chautauqua Lake, Randolph, we're going to have so many beautiful, beautiful leaves changing. So I can't wait to start seeing that, that's for sure. Well, that's it for us today. News 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.